We're actually doing really well on time. We've got the pace of the show down pretty well.
We do.
Except when I try to skip ahead on things. Is that your camera?
Yeah, mine over there stopped working for some reason, so I'm just gonna
Steal my second one.
steal your second one.
Hey, Mom.
We'll do your live.
We're just about to go back live on the podcast. What's going on? Just give me the black short ones. Yeah. Well, no, you can see a little bit of it. I don't need the slip-on ones or whatever. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, the
Okay.
short ones.
We're back?
Oh,
Yep.
sorry, we're back live. I gotta go. Back. Oh, we're back live.
We're back.
I was talking to Mama Lions.
Sorry about that.
She's evidently buying me socks for Christmas.
All right.
Very kind of her at
Love
40,
socks.
48. I still get socks for Christmas from my mom. That's great. Where were we? We were on.
We were
About
talking-
to unleash the stack.
Hey, we
Yeah.
were about to get the favorite stack of the week. What a time to die. Anyway, the show's going great. It looks good. By the way, I forgot I was going to overly be positive to Jared this week today. Look how great that looks, right? I mean, we've come a long way.
We absolutely have.
I mean, we came from a podcast where a card table and a boom mic to look how nice that looks.
That looks good to me.
Our studio looks nice too. My hand looks particularly nice when it's way out there. Is this a shot you would like more of, Juice? My
I
hand.
do. I love that.
It looks really good. I mean, anyway, you guys can't see the studio, but we have a. If you're ever wondering why we're constantly looking up, it's because there's a TV that we watch.
Oh yeah, can
ourselves
you
in.
push that light up? I forgot to do that today.
What light up?
The one, yeah, that one. Or yep.
Oh.
Ooh,
Oh,
little.
wait, press the button.
Oh,
There you go.
a little production.
Nice.
Ooh, okay. Anyway, we're putting new lights up next week.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah, we're gonna put another strip.
That's awesome.
press there. Okay. Anyway, the Crybaby Hill studio, upper part of the studio, is been remodeled here for a couple months. So the downstairs studio is looking great. Anyway, we move on. Julio, Juice, the world is back. Hopefully, you guys came back with us. I said Tua, double stacking it with tight end Gesicki and Parker. Jared said Stafford, double stacking it with Jefferson and Kupp, running it back maybe with Kamara. I didn't have a Jet to run it back with. Juice, I'm going to hit a button. And you're going to tell me your favorite stack.
I think this might be the first time I've recommended him this year.
This year or ever?
This year.
Even so, you did recommend him last year.
I did recommend him last year multiple times.
Okay. I think I know who it is. Do
I
you
think
know
I
who
know
it
who
is?
it is, yeah.
Yeah.
It's Garoppolo.
No.
Lamar?
No.
Oh, he's hurt.
Oh, wow.
Our boy Kyler Murray.
Oh, wow.
Kyler Murray.
He's expensive.
He is, but his receivers are cheap.
And he is playing Detroit
And
on
in
a dome.
In the dome.
He might have 150 yards
And
rushing.
I think he's fully healthy for the first time this year.
It's a good start. I like it.
I don't know. I just have a feeling he's going to kind of erupt this week.
So are we playing naked, Kyler?
We could.
Because it's hard to pick a receiver. If we were picking a receiver, I'd probably lean towards Ertz
I think
or Green. I guess Green's
Green had a pretty good
Yeah.
week last week.
Green's getting a lot of targets.
Green's getting a lot of targets. On the other side in Detroit, Ross St. Brown has
Yeah.
been
He did get a little
blowing
price
up.
bump, I noticed.
He has been blown up. He had 12 targets consecutively the last 2 weeks.
And he's fairly inexpensive still.
He got a little bit of price
He's
bump.
bumped up a little bit,
Yeah.
but it's warranted. I mean, he's had 12 targets in each of the last 2 games.
Yeah.
I like it. Were you expecting that?
No.
Me neither.
So I guess I'm open to either Kirk or AJ Green. It's your guys.
What about Ertz?
I
You got a
kinda-
tight end you like?
Yeah, I mean,
A little
I
cheat
think. I mean, I definitely want to play Parker. You guys have sold me on Parker. And
Yeah.
I think the thing
Go
with
ahead,
Parker.
put him
So
in.
do we just heard Parker? I'm hearing the lock and load.
Yep.
The more I think about it, if you watch the Dolphins this year, their offensive line is horrible.
It is.
It's really bad. And what they have tried to do to compensate for that is really get the ball out of Tua's hands really quickly.
Yeah.
And that totally feeds into Devontae Parker's game. Just slot, short routes.
Yep. Just quick breaks.
Yeah, just get the ball in his hands, let him do the yak stuff. So I do like the Devontae Parker.
I do too. Someone we didn't talk in the lock and load department that I want to discuss that I think Jared might. He generally favors this guy too. Is Harris has a good matchup? I think this week.
Yeah, Najee Harris.
Now, Julio, you said you like Cook, and if we're playing Murray, we need to vote as a team here. Are we going to pair Murray, or are we going to play naked Murray?
I mean, I kind of like playing AJ Green. He had 10 targets last week, even with a healthy Hopkins. And AJ Green
He's only 4,900.
4,900, so it saved us some money. He had a good opportunity against Detroit. I mean, Kirk, though, he's the dude that'll just catch the long balls.
Yeah,
and
he can kind of explode.
Kurt's floor sucks.
His floor sucks. Yeah, absolutely.
I think Green's floor is much better.
He's a very boomer bust play.
Yeah.
I agree with that. Everything you guys have said.
How much is Ertz this week? I haven't looked at Ertz in many
I
lines.
think he's like 52.
Yeah, that's too expensive. If he's more than Green, we can't play Ertz.
Yeah, his floor is so low for that price. So,
yeah,
I mean, it's
you
hard
can't
to pay for that.
If Green is 4,900 and Ertz is 52, you have to play Green and play a cheaper tight end. Okay, so far our lineup kind of went boom, boom, boom because what I heard was Kyler. I paired him with Green. I ran back St. Brown, and I threw in Parker, who we had considered a lock and load.
Yep.
What do you think, Jared, so far?
I like it. I especially like St. Brown because he's in my Dusty football team in the fantasy playoffs. So
there you go.
I'll go with it.
Team Dusty. I like that you've embraced Team Dusty. Team Dusty made the playoffs, so if I keep making fun of them, they keep winning. You'll be fine, right?
Yeah.
Okay. We generally in this build we move over to
defense usually.
Defense, and while doing defense, let's also discuss dumpster dives. We've got a pretty expensive quarterback. We've got a pretty, we're paying a little bit in a run back in St. Brown. So we're averaging about 5,500 or about 5,500. We're going to put in a defense. So that's going to go up to $6K. So we're not totally cheap, but dumpster dives help these guys make lineups. So while we're moving to the defense, let's start naming some value plays we like also. What's the defense we like? I have no idea. I played some Washington's football team paired with Gibson. Let me tell you about my bad choices. I like Tennessee. I think that our boy Ben Roethlisberger is getting worn out and tired, and he's taking shots and not looking great.
No, I think the one that I like the most is not cheap. It's just Cowboys. I like Cowboys against the Giants, but everything else is just hard.
See, I kind of like the Giants versus the Cowboys.
I could go for that too. Dak Prescott has not been that great recently.
It's the sacks. It's the way you score points in fantasy, right? So you got to have a lot of pass attempts to get sacks and turnovers, and Dallas is just going to throw the ball a ton. Yeah. What's your thoughts, Juice?
See, I like the other side of this.
Coming off of 2020 that deemed you cheap defensive wizard.
Yeah, not this year, but I mean, I
don't think you've been bad. You just haven't lived up to your 8-0 streak you had last, where you scored double digits 8 times.
I kind of like the other side of the Tennessee-Pittsburgh game. I think Pittsburgh at home, Tannehill just doesn't have any weapons anymore.
Right.
They're just decimated on offense. They've been finding ways to win, which is interesting, but I think this is a big divisional game for Pittsburgh. It's at home, maybe forcing a turnover, maybe a pick six. I don't know. I kind of like that as a cheaper option, if you will.
A cheaper option? You're saying Pittsburgh or Tennessee?
Pittsburgh. They're priced the same, I think.
They're $3,000. What is the Cowboys though?
The Cowboys are.
Oh wow, they're already 3,600. Okay.
Yeah.
So Pittsburgh's 3,000. I'd go with that.
Yeah.
You're right. You good with Pittsburgh, Jared?
Yeah.
You don't want to use your non-existent exemption?
No, I'm not on a defense.
that would be. I would like
that would
to
be
see.
bold.
Let's. Okay.
What we call in the industry a conviction play.
Yes. So we put Steelers in there. That gives us 6,100. We have not played any running back. Let's go over that tight end position. See if we got some saving.
I really like Goddard this week against Washington.
So does the chalk.
I think
he's very popular.
I feel like that's like.
I think we need to be. I have a feeling we're going to try to get Cook in this lineup, and so we're going to need some savings at tight end. I have a feeling.
So this is what I got. If we did Goddard, I'm going to say a guy's name who's dirt cheap, and you've heard me say his name before.
Okay.
His name is Nico Collins. Okay? He's playing Jacksonville last week.
Did you see that I had him in my lineup last week?
I thought you were going to say Patty freaking Mills.
Yeah.
No.
You might as well have.
He had 10 targets last week, 11.9 fantasy points. His price only went up $500, so he's $3,500. That gives us $8,000 if we went with Goddard for both running back spots.
So you're saying you're selling me on a 2v2 here.
Yeah, where we go with Goddard, we
and
put
you run
Nico
it back-
Collins in the flex, and then we've got enough money for
Running backs.
Najee Harris and or maybe not quite.
I think Cook is going to be the choice
Yeah, Cook for Chicago, which I'm fine with that.
against Chicago.
And if we went with Najee Harris and I guess canceled on the Steelers and went with someone that's $2,600 or under, we can fit both of them in.
Okay, I've heard that argument. Juice, what are you thinking? I want a 2v2 too then. So
I
give me.
just can't get behind Nico Collins. I'm sorry.
I like it. I don't mind it. I feel
like
it.
this is literally going to be the week where he finally gets a touchdown. He
I've
had
seen
10
it.
targets last week.
I've seen it. I watch all the games because I'm a bachelor and I've got nothing going on. I'm watching it. So I played him last week. So I know it's real.
He's 3,500. I'll give you guys that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's dirt
But,
cheap.
I mean,
I'd rather play Ryan Griffin, to be honest, as a run back at tight end against Miami. So
the ceiling so far on Collins this year has been 11.9 DraftKings points, which was last week.
right.
that's the ceiling.
That's his.
That's your
But they're playing Jacksonville.
that's your top.
Yeah,
That's,
I mean-
that's the top. That's what you can hope for if you get exactly if he has a great
I mean, if
day.
he blows up, he has a career day. You're getting
You're-
11.9 points.
That's okay. Julio may have just sold me.
I think he's gonna beat that this week.
I'll tell you a guy that I like that's cheap that's been coming on lately.
Is this a tight end or receiver?
Receiver.
Okay,
Jakeem Grant Sr.
I agree. How cheap is he?
He's 4,100, so he's not quite 3,500.
Can we
but
play Jared's Goddard if we play him?
I'm sure we could, but
We could.
Let's look at this. He's got 3 targets.
I like
last
Gesicki
week,
better than Goddard.
7 targets, but he's also scoring on special teams too.
Yeah, he got a touchdown last
Yeah.
week.
But he's had 18 and 17 DraftKings points the last 2 weeks,
It opens. I mean, that saves us plenty of tight. I mean,
and it's a good run back with our boy Dalvin Cook. And I'm gonna sell you on Dalvin Cook right now, guys.
you guys don't have something to cook. I watched the game. I think he's not hurt. They literally just saved
They
him.
gave him 27 carries
He
last
just
week.
was. I agree. He was. Now, what do we think about? No, Chicago, the pitch. Chicago slowing him down at all?
No, and here's the other thing. Madison is out. He's
Oh,
on the
wow.
COVID list.
Right.
He can't play. He's not. He's unvaccinated, so he's automatically out this week. So it is all the Dalvin Cook that he can handle. I mean, and he's the Sunday game, I think, or maybe even the Monday game. So it's the Monday game gives us that little hammer.
What's going to happen here is the guys that we're going to play pair with him are going to be cheap enough that we're going to be able to spruce up our defense if we want, or
Yeah.
we might be able to play your Cowboys a D.
I mean, if I'm looking at this leaves us with 5,600 for a running back, a tight end, and a flex spot.
Oh, I already I put Goddard in. I put Grant in.
Oh, you put Goddard in. Okay.
I've got Goddard in. I've got Grant in. And I've got Cook in, and it leaves us 6,800.
68 for the running back spot.
Which I would be voting. We've got Connor, who's a great.
If Connor's healthy, I'd love to do that.
Wait a minute. Where are you guys getting? So I've got Murray, Cook,
Yep.
Jakeem Grant, or no?
we've got. If you'll notice on your TV screen, there we've got Murray, Cook, Green, Parker, St. Brown, Goddard,
Oh, Green.
Grant, Steelers, and we leaves us 6,800,
I'm doing something.
which
wrong.
is odd number. But there's guys I like. I mean, we can play Williams, we can play Mitchell, we
So
can
our
play
receivers,
Gibson.
we got Green, St. Brown, and Parker. Correct.
Yep,
Okay, and then tight end we've got Goddard,
correct,
Kyler Murray at quarterback,
correct,
Dalvin Cook at running back,
correct.
and then Steelers at D.
Yep, and then I have Grant Sr. at flex.
Oh, that's okay. That might be where it's at. Okay, so got it. So now we have 6,800.
Were you playing Grant Jr. by accident? Oh,
I wonder how old Grant Senior is. He's probably 22.
yeah.
I'm surprised he's not. the
So
third.
that gives us a lot of choices that I like. I mean, you start with Gibson, Williams, Mitchell, Swift if healthy.
I really want to do Connor
Connor.
if he's healthy, but we'd have to have like a backup plan in case he's not. But because it's Detroit, it's James Conner who always gets the touchdown. Again, it's like the worst run
Are
defense
we
in the league.
worried playing Connor with Murray?
No.
No.
I think there's enough expected points in that game that there's enough fantasy points for all
I think
of them.
what I like about where we're at right now is I like a lot of the running backs in this range.
I like Mitchell if he's fully
Yeah,
healthy
I
against
think Mitchell
Atlanta.
would be a great play.
I mean, if we play, let's play. If we played Mitchell, that gives us
another $600.
so we guess who we get to?
Is it Dallas?
Yep. So I love Mitchell.
Yeah, I like
do like
Mitchell,
Mitchell,
too.
too.
I'll
It's
go
just a
with Mitchell.
volume guy. I
Yeah.
mean, when he plays, they give him like 30 carry. They give him 25 carries and 5 catches, right? Like, I mean, he's just. But they're like Juice just said, and like you noted, I like Gibson. I like Williams if he's healthy. I like Mitchell. I like Henderson if he's back out of protocol. I like Montgomery. If Henderson's out, I like Michelle. So lot of flexibility in this
Tony
lineup.
Pollard might be available.
Yeah, and you can move up on your defense like we did. You can move up off of one of the receivers. We did, if you want to start a different, Anyway, I like our lineup so far. It
Yeah,
gives a lot of
I
flexibility.
like this one. I don't have any problem with it.
Yeah, I haven't made anything close to this
I mean, we
lineup.
could even play our boy Javonte Williams at 6,100.
Yeah, there's so Jared. So in closing out the show or getting close to closing out the show, with this current build, you would vote Connors if he's 100%, right?
If he's 100%, I do that, and then I think my next choice would be Mitchell, which I have Mitchell in right now.
Mitchell just gets us to the Cowboys, so I
yeah.
like that. Connor does not get you to the Cowboys. It's going to get
He does not.
It's going to get you probably down at D, and you can either eat that money or you can play with I don't know, maybe play Kirk and.
I mean, do you guys like everything else? I like everything else on here.
I think it's very efficient. I don't think we're going.
I think the only change I'd make if Connor's healthy is I'd possibly go back down to the Steelers and then back up to Connor on Mitchell.
Okay. Yeah. Either way, like Juice said though, if you want to play Williams, I don't hate that. If you want to play Gibson, I don't hate that. If you want to play Henderson, Sonny Michelle, yeah. Anyway,
I like Sonny Michelle this week too.
I don't even hate AJ Dillon. I know that Jones is back.
Yeah,
but
he consistently still gets like 15 attempts.
And then there's
plus he
Hubbard.
catches
Hubbard in the
balls.
5,700.
I'm throwing this out there too. If we were to drop down to O'Shaughnessy instead of Goddard, we would have our option of Kamara and Harris.
I love Kamara.
We can do that.
You okay with that?
Yeah.
You sure? Because I like Goddard. I have no issue with Goddard.
I like Goddard. I'm just saying, like, if we want to save a little bit of money, actually quite a bit of money, we could bump up to like the tier of Harris, Kamara, even Uncle Lenny Fournette's available.
Would
I love both those. I love Harris and Kamara.
Which one would you
and
want
I
out
love
of those
Fournette. I love all three of them.
I mean, I sort of like Harris, man.
Yeah, I do too.
Because he gets dump offs.
I just think
like,
he's going to get so much action.
I do too. I think he's going to get a big workload.
I like this lineup. We got your favorite D in too.
Yep.
I think the Cowboys are a good D to play this week.
Yeah, I mean, we could literally afford any D we wanted now at this point.
Oh, we still have savings. Oh, we could go up to.
Let's look in the flex if there's anyone that
I don't
we
mind-
like over.
do we
we
mind-
have $500 now.
I definitely don't mind playing Cardinals versus Detroit D. By the way,
I think Jared Goff is actually on the COVID list this week.
Oh boy.
so. Instead of #pound Dolphin, it's turned out to be maybe #pound Cardinal.
Yeah, we got a lot of pieces to it. We even got a callback from St. Brown or.
Hey, look who's here. Hey, Matt, what's
up,
up?
Matt?
Yeah, Matt.
Joining the second part of the show. Hey, Matt, don't forget to go back and watch the first part of the show. It's pretty good. And you were mentioned a couple times.
You were.
But good to see you back. What do you think of the lineup, Matt, as it stands right here? I like this lineup.
It's going to be way different, I think, from.
Anybody? Oh, this lineup is definitely not being cloned, right?
No.
There's zero chance. Yeah, I mean, we're playing Green, Parker, St. Brown, Grant Sr. I can tell you that that's the first time I've rostered any of those four in any lineup.
You know,
Any concerns, thoughts, reservations?
I like it all.
Name me some top shelf plays that we didn't put in your lineup that when you're building your other lineups you're going to be playing. Jay.
I've been playing lots of Cooper Cup and
Yeah.
and Jefferson this week.
I love Jefferson.
Say, like,
I love both of them.
Yeah.
I'm a little
I also like
scared.
Adams. I think there's lineups that you can build. There's good running back. We did the pay up at running back, pay down at receiver.
Mm-hmm.
You can do the opposite. You can play penny. You can play cheap running backs and pay up to like Cup.
Sonny Michelle or
Yeah, there's a lot. There's some
Foreman.
good. Yeah, Foreman. Those are good options if you want to play the pay up. I think Cup, Adams, Samuel are the three that you're
I
looking.
think I'll probably try to make a lineup that has Cook and Cup together.
Yeah, I didn't. Cook looked so good last week. He looked like he was born again. Like he just looked fresh is the word I'm going to use. He just was ripping off the runs. Juice, tell me some top shelf stuff that you might be playing in your lineup that we haven't.
I'm sort of mortified that we're not playing Cooper Kupp or Devontae Adams, like the top receivers, but I think we have to play the slate that we're playing, and the slate that we're playing has a lot of really good running backs available.
Mm-hmm.
They really do.
And so, like, we have to sort of, like, go that. In my opinion, we have to kind of use that capital that's available to us.
Right.
Right?
We paid up at quarterback, too, which I
We did
like.
pay up
We
at quarterback.
rarely do that, but I think this week is the week to do it.
Yeah,
don't you?
yeah, I like it, and we still got some pretty good value on our wide receivers. I mean, AJ Green without Hopkins, St. Brown on Detroit, who's been getting 12 targets, Parker without a Waddle. So I mean, the spots that we have, they're still going to be used. Grant looked phenomenal in Chicago this past week. Like he was, he's 5'7". It's like one of the shortest guys in the NFL.
I actually I saw him play live. I saw Texas Tech play OU. I think Juice was with me at that game. We've seen Grant play live.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like our
about that.
I like our lineup.
They had Cody. They had Keedy Cootie too on that team.
That's right.
Yeah.
I used to love
is that
him.
The Turn It Up game?
Yeah. Yes. The Corey Nelson. Turn it up.
Turn it up. If we were to find another $100, I might try and do this on one of my lineups. Michael Carter's $4,700.
Yeah, he's a good run back if we're pounding the Dolphins.
Yeah, well, and you love pounding the Dolphins.
I'm pounding. Looks
Hashtag
like
pound the Dolphins.
hashtag pound the cards and hashtag pound the Dolphins week.
Yeah,
So would you like Carter better than Grant?
maybe. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I do like the Cowboys defense.
How much is Grant? You said 4,800.
4,100.
We talked a little bit about him. Penny had a monster game last week. Do you think that was a one-off, or do you think he could reciprocate or
My concern with Penny
replicate
this week
anything like that against the Rams?
is they're playing the Rams,
Right.
and they scored a lot of points, and so I feel like most likely Seahawks are going to be playing from behind, and they won't use him as much.
Yeah.
The game script is not in his favor.
Yeah.
Is he not a pass catcher?
I mean, I think he caught a couple balls,
He
but
just had a monster game.
he looked really good. He didn't actually have a ton of volume. He had two really long runs that led into the end zone. So, and also I forgot his name. The Seahawks but coach said that they're still going to spread the ball around.
Yeah.
At running back.
Yeah, I mean before last
Carroll,
week
right?
it was a
Pete
three.
Carroll.
Yes, good job. It was a three-headed monster. I think Patty Mills actually
Pete Carroll
coached.
wants to run the ball every single down.
Yeah.
right now. But that there you can't do that against the Rams.
Yeah.
No.
You're not going to be able to do that against the Rams. So
Someone else that I think is going to be highly played that he was burned some people last week was Gibson.
Yeah, he got
he got benched.
Yeah.
In game.
really.
That's weird because he's had some big games.
He has.
He came off a monster game too.
been good.
What about? It looks like the running back in situation in Carolina might be kind of.
It's a committee. Yeah.
It's a committee
Yeah.
more than it's going to be Hubbard. But Hubbard ripped off a touchdown.
Yeah, he got like 30 yards on the touchdown.
I'm just kind of giving people some ideas of these. If you're looking to, because there's a lot of, it's easy to pay up a receiver this week, and so if you're going to do it, you're going to need some running backs that are a little cheaper. So we went way up at I also like talking about some top shelf stuff. Is I love Kamara.
Yeah. He had 27 attempts last week. I did not expect that, considering that I thought Taysom Hill is basically.
I played in Rays League. I played Hill and Kamara. That's
you did?
That was my smart move of the week.
Yeah,
Taysom
that
Hill
worked out
play,
pretty well.
Basically ran pure because he had like a last second, more or less,
Yes.
40-yard touchdown run.
That definitely.
Alvin Kamara, even while he was doing the run, told him to just like go down, like because they didn't want him to score to give the ball back.
Right. Well, I'm
But
glad he
Taysom Hill was
did.
like, no, I'm getting my.
Turned out it didn't matter.
Yeah,
I was pretty close to giving our show because I had Penny in my slot.
Wow.
And then I took him out and played Madcalf and went cheap somewhere else. And I was kicking myself. Then I was like, it doesn't matter. Show one. Who cares, right?
I'm kind of officially this season off of Mixon now, just because it seems like they're throwing the ball.
The whole
He ran a
Bengals
lot.
offense kind of just, I mean, they look unstoppable. And then now it's weird how it's so week to week.
It is.
It is week to week.
Keeping up with each week is so tough. Anyway, I like what we built.
Yep, I like what we built too.
Matt, I'm glad you like the Cook idea. don't be scared to say anything. We like ideas, even though your idea of Montgomery may not have worked out so great. I have tons
Everyone has a bad
I
call.
have tons of
Check
calls
their
that don't
lineup in
work.
Week 5.
Yeah.
Didn't work out so great.
It was a team full of bad calls.
So anyway, thanks for coming back for the second part of the show. I think the show's running great. We just had a weird. This is twice this week. We've had some weird shutdowns.
Yeah, I don't know. I'll look into it.
We'll figure it out one of these days. We're getting it. I mean, look how clean it's running. It looks great. So I've got no complaints here. Thank you guys for tuning into the Pivot. Our next show will be Tuesday this week. Coming up.
There's no sit down show this week. Just
because
be in Illinois.
Christmas Eve. I'm sorry, we got the Christmas Eve week.
I can't be here on Thursday.
So Juice, what is your availability? We're going to try to set something up so that you and I can just do it possibly. Is that cool? When do you leave for Are you leaving back up to Portland? Or?
I'm going to be in Tulsa, so you guys can give me a call and I can help you. But
you can't zoom in. You can't do a little FaceTime.
No.
Christmas.
We're doing Christmas on.
No, I understand. Family
Just
Christmas.
get a cutout and just put it
Yeah, there you go.
Right.
there.
We'll just get a list of whoever's on his
We
fantasy
should get
team.
cutouts for all of us whenever someone.
We'll bring up your fantasy team and then we'll just recommend all the whoever's
Put
on.
mine up. We want people actually watching the show.
Okay, so we'll have something hopefully for
Yeah.
you, whether it's just Julio and I doing a Zoom call.
Yeah,
this
you guys
week.
could at least do a Zoom call on Wednesday and upload it.
I'm
Send it to me.
I'm here. Jared
Juice
can
knows
come
what it
over this weekend.
23rd is on a Thursday. No, am I wrong on that?
Yeah, but Jared's got family stuff.
Yeah, I'm doing a Christmas with my parents and then real Christmas with my family on the 23rd.
Gotcha.
Anyway, he's going to help us get set up. We're going to do a show.
Yeah.
We might get a sub in. We might see if we can get Guardy over here. Maybe we can get Juice Jr., meet Juice Jr., and see if he wants to
That'd be great.
see if he wants to talk about some of these cash builds we've done recently.
That sounds good.
We've had some monster cash games where do you remember last year in our cash battle where the Jalen Hurts downing the ball cost us the game?
Yeah, that was brutal.
Anyway, fun show. Production's going great. Show's going great. Jared's great. Did I mention that enough? Did I mention Jared's great? Juice is great. We won last week. Life is good. Christmas Eve
We're
is
gonna win again this week.
upon us. We're going to win this week. God, that'd be so awesome to go back to back. We'll be playing Britney Spears songs if we win again next week.
Yeah, we will pay the
What
road.
was
Yeah,
that
we will,
song?
whatever.
What was that song that we wanted to play last year?
Oops, we did it again
Oops,
by
We Did It
Britney
Again. That's
Spears.
right.
Yeah.
That's
Don't
right.
believe me. It will, if we win
Next
next week, it will not only be a song we play. Copyright be damned. It will be a sound on the stream
we'll
deck.
have to put it.
It will definitely become a permanent sound on the stream
Yeah.
deck. So anyway, thanks for you guys who do take the time. We're up to over 100 subscribers.
101.
So a new call for subscriptions because 200 would be great.
Yep.
We're gonna start marketing the show some more. We need some help, Matt. You're gonna help us. We just need to go to lunch. So we're gonna get some help. That's what we need,
Oh
right?
yeah, absolutely.
Can always use help.
We can always. Anybody else? Anything else?
No, I think that's it.
Juice? Anything
I'm just
from the
I'm
boys?
just excited another day of taking y'all's money in NBA.
Oh, yeah. NBA's been fun. We're doing a 3-man NBA every day just so that we're going to start making some NBA content once football season's over. It's just hard to double up when you're getting paid to do other jobs.
Right.
But we will definitely do some fantasy content.
It's hard because the news moves so fast.
It
in
does.
NBA.
It's really hard
It's
to just be
stale
available
by
at
the
5:30, right?
Yeah.
Like you guys need us here at 5:30 saying, here's what's happening. That's why we need a social media director so that he can put it out, our lineup, make sure they get out on time. Okay. So look, next week, no start sit show at all?
Nope.
Okay. There will definitely be some form of the big show, and we'll definitely have some upcoming NBA content. Correct?
Yep,
Did I mention
absolutely.
everything?
We should do it. We should. You know what we could do?
If you haven't done it yet, go put some money on your vast crypto account. Buy some ETH, buy some Bitcoin, buy what you can buy, Cardona, buy whatever you can buy on the platform. Almost everything's available.
Nice.
Yeah, executive producer, good luck this week, but you're a sworn enemy as of now as we fight for these top spots. Juice, how are the kids doing? Tennis tournament coming up?
No, there no tennis tournaments for a couple months. It's winter.
Jared, your kid's getting big?
One of them's 3 now. He's got a lot of opinions.
This is probably an
so-
exciting Christmas for him.
Oh yeah, this will be
Yeah.
a very fun Christmas.
What's
Three's
the
awesome.
gift for 3-year-olds? Like, what's the fired up?
Superheroes, lots of superheroes, castles, pirate ships, stuff like
What's
that.
something I can buy for your 3-year-old that will just totally annoy you and your wife? Maybe like a
Drum set.
Oh, that's a
Drums.
good idea. Nerf gun of some
A
sort.
Nerf
Drum set
gun.
would be the
That-
worst.
Legos, just a gigantic Lego set, like just
he
like
loves Legos.
800 piecer. Anyway, kids are fun. I have none, so I like your guys' kids though. I'll meet Jared someday. I think, unless I keep yelling at him
I
pre-show,
just
right?
got
I'm
an
sure.
email that Christian threw a ball as hard as he could at one of his classmates because they lost in gym or something.
Tell him Uncle Matt's coming to take care of that.
So it's all
Tell
it's great stuff.
Tell Jenny that,
So kids are great.
yeah.
They're great.
Tell him that Uncle Matt's being sent to the school to handle that. That he has asked for a meeting with the teacher to find out what she did wrong to cause Christian to have to throw that ball at that kid. So
Wow.
anyway, good show. I'm gonna hit the button, right?
Yep.
I hit the button right here, right? And we'll see you next week and for the finish of this exciting season.
For the rest of the season.
Yeah.
Let's get it this week.
I like this lineup. This lineup has big ceiling potential, right?
Yeah.
It's just that